We are live. Thank you for tuning in to Naijha Speaks. I'm Naijha Wright Brown. I'm here to help you find your vegan soul through food, people, events, and culture. We are talking about Maryland Vegan Restaurant Month, which starts tomorrow, and North Florida Vegfest happens this Saturday, the 4th. The vegan movement is really handling its business all across the country. Okay, our guest Colin Barton will be on shortly. He is the president and program manager for North Florida Veg Fest. But right now, we're going to talk about what is happening for Vegan Restaurant Month. Okay, here's what we got going on. Did anybody know that there was a launch party happening? There is a launch party taking place this evening at the Lord Baltimore Hotel, 20 West Baltimore Street, if you don't know where Lord Baltimore is. So what's happening there? So what's happening there is we are starting off the plant-based celebration this month. We have dozens of restaurants signed up to participate, and I'm going to be bringing up the website right now so we can take a look at that. And this year's different. We're starting off with a launch party. We're going to have a couple of participating restaurants provide samples. Of course, Land of Kush will be there. We will have Golden West there. We have Veggie Table. Veggie Table is a new participant. I love the sister Brittany Gilliam. She puts on the Vegan Block Party in Baltimore. She started last year and she's doing another one this year. So she's going to be there with samples as well. And we have some other surprise treats for you. So if you haven't RSVP'd, please come down. Spacing is limited, so you want to get there early and take advantage of all that we have to offer. We're also going to have DJ TNT. DJ TNT is going to be spinning for us. Again, it's a party, and we want to make sure that everyone has a good time. We want to talk to people about why we're doing this, why a Maryland Vegan Restaurant Month is so important in our fight for climate change and reducing animal cruelty and improving our health, and why we need to get more plant-based options on restaurant menus. I'm going to share the website right now so we can see what is going on. So the website is MD Vegan Eats, MD Vegan Eats. Here you go. And what is happening? Who do we have? Oh, Lord Baltimore is also offering some discount stays. So if you want to book your stay at the Lord Baltimore Hotel, you can go to the website and click on the link, and you'll get a discount for all those folks that want to staycation. I enjoy staycation, so I'm going to stay at the Lord Baltimore myself. I've never stayed there before, so I'm going to have a good time this month and enjoy what the Lord Baltimore Hotel has to offer. So please, this is our first time partner, hotel partner in the Maryland Vegan Restaurant Month. So please support Lord Baltimore Hotel by booking a stay this month. Okay, here we have the participating restaurants. Again, of course, Land of Kush, Golden West, Wild Heart Bistro. Shout out to Nancy Posnack. This is her first restaurant. She opened yesterday, from my understanding, up there in Belvedere Square. So she is participating with Wild Heart Bistro, Suite 27 over there in Charles Village. Miss Shirley's, who's been a participant ever since we started this initiative. Heritage Kitchen, I love them over there at Whitehall Mill. THB Bagels and their locations. Leora, gotta love them. Bread and Butter all the way in Annapolis. I went down to Annapolis the last time and enjoyed an incredible vegan crab cake. They are participating again. Harmony Bakery has been winning the dessert awards during a Vegan Restaurant Month, so they are in again. Urban Life Center is a new one up in Highlandtown. Our folks up there with the juice bar. So you want to go and support them. They are a nonprofit. We are also having a meetup event Sunday, March 19th at Urban Life Center. Black Veg Society, where I am the executive director. I will be there. We will be having a vegan restaurant month meetup there. So definitely go to the Urban Life Center website and register for that. And like I said, Veggie Table will be there doing a cooking demo as well. So there's a lot going on. Wow, vegan treats. Incredible. They make incredible treats. If you haven't tried them, this is the month to get out and try their treats. Great Sage, love them. Neef V in Baltimore is a new participant. Gotta love Greenhouse Juice Cafe. So please support them. They've been around for a long time, and they are sharing space with Flourish Baltimore, who I very much love. I get a lot of crystals and candles and incense and stuff from them while I'm there eating at Greenhouse Juice Cafe. Alexander's Taverns, Wicked Sisters, Poppies, The Devil Wears Parsley, Cafe Philly, Soltarian in Prince George's County, Apple Cores, Alma Casina, The Veranda, Hugh, my folks up there in Owings Mills where I used to live. Lord Baltimore will not only just be offering packages for hotel stays, they will also have plant-based options on their menu, and there will be samples at the launch party this evening. Day One Supply is a microgreens company, so they are listed there for those of us who are into the microgreens, because that is a healthy way to live, eating the microgreens. UPC Pizza and Gangster Vegan Organics. We also have Johnny Rads that just signed up last night. So please, you want to support these restaurants that are participating for Maryland Vegan Restaurant Month, because they are helping to promote more options on their menu. And again, if you want to come to the launch party, go to mdveganeats.com and RSVP for the party. There will be door prizes. There will be, like I said, the DJ. There is a performance by Zadia. So we're going to have a really, really, really good time. So I hope that you all can make it. So now Maryland Vegan Restaurant Month is covered. mdveganeats.com, mdveganeats.com. I'll put that in the comments. And now we are... we have Colin here. Colin, how are you? How is it going? You went from outside to inside, okay?
Yeah, I thought I could do it outside, but it's I think it got a little bit too treacherous out there for me.
Yeah, when you're outside and the Wi-Fi, all that. I mean, but I loved it. I love the setting because it's nature. So I'm looking forward to hanging with you out there this Saturday. So talk to us about it, because I want to hear all about what is happening at the North Florida Vegfest. So why should folks attend this Vegfest in Tallahassee, the capital?
Right, the capital of good old Florida. Well, one of the first reasons is because we are the best Vegfest in Florida and also in the country. There's no getting around that. So
you're the best. Are you the only one? Are you the only one in Florida?
Actually, no. Oh, no. We have all the Vegfest also. We have Vegfest in Orlando and Tampa and in Miami. Just about every major city here in Florida. Mostly they're in the South Central Florida area, some of the large ones, and of course, we'd like people to come out because this is an opportunity to educate people on the vegan lifestyle, which is what we're all about, educating folks.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Colin. For folks that don't know, this is my first time actually meeting and speaking with Colin. Your organizing team reached out looking for speakers, and they reached out to me, and we were supposed to be out there in October.
Well, right.
Right, and you had the schedule. Right. But let's hear a little about you and how you got into this festival organizing for North Florida Vegfest.
Well, this festival started back in 2015. We had two other leaders besides myself, but they have subsequently moved on, and so I just stepped in. as you'll note from my profile that I provided you with, I've had a long life of service, beginning when I joined the U.S. Army, and ever since then, it's just been serving the general public in just about all my vocations. So this was just a natural fit. I've done organizing events over the years in a professional environment, or what I should say, my working environment, and so doing this was just something that comes natural to me.
What is, what I want to know? What is the overall vegan vibe out there in North Florida, in Tallahassee, and the
And,
surrounding area? It is the capital. Is the
right.
vibe different from South Florida? Like, what is going on out in your
Yes. Yeah.
area?
That's a very good question. That's a very good question. I'd say the vibe in North Florida, especially here in Tallahassee, is fresh and it's hungry. We are hungry for a lot more information regarding the vegan lifestyle, especially as pertains to more festivals. Number one, number two, more restaurants serving vegan options, and also to kind of take it over to the business side of things. We've got a lot of food trucks. They do pop-ups and things of that sort, but not a whole lot of them are offering vegan options. And so our group, our people, if you will, tend to shy away from going to those things. And obviously, they come out and support us big time whenever we have something like we're doing this coming Saturday at the Tom Brown Park, which is to have a festival. The kids from FAMU, Florida A&M University, go Rattlers, and Florida State University, go Seminoles, and also TCC, the community college, and also younger families here. They really come out and support our event because they know that the information that we're offering and the foods that are available, is worth it. It's good. It's healthy, and there's no reason why they shouldn't come out and enjoy it.
This is your 7th year. Okay.
Right.
And you had to postpone the one in October. What are some challenges that you feel Vegfest are facing these days post-pandemic? Because
Right.
everybody was partying pre-pandemic. It was like
Yeah.
the fest was just all out of control. Then we had to take some time. Well, I don't know how y'all were doing it in Florida. I hope Florida was like, yeah, y'all still partying. But I know
Right.
up here in Baltimore, we had to take 2 years off from Vegan Soul Fest. And Vegan Soul Fest came back last year, and we were coming back again this year. There's a question out there. Let me just answer that real quick. Boy Blaze, yes, you got to go to vegansoulfesttickets.com. Vegansoulfesttickets.com. So to answer that question, tickets are still on sale for Vegan Soul Fest. But what has been the challenge? Because you had to postpone because we were supposed to be out there in October, and Black Veg Society is sponsoring this Saturday because I'm coming out there to talk and spend time with y'all. What were the challenges? What was happening?
Yeah, well, let's start with pre-pandemic. Pre-pandemic, our numbers were, ascending. They were going up all across attendees, vendors coming out, participating, sponsors. Everything was looking positive and good. During the pandemic, of course, we, like you guys, did the same thing. We had to cancel 2 years of having a festival. So this is our first event after the pandemic. What we attempted to do in October was to implement a fall festival, a fall vegan festival, because we only do it once per year, which is in the spring, which is the festival that was coming up on Saturday. So in around June or July, we said, let's go ahead and start our fall festival this year, which would have been in October 2022. But when we put the word out in the streets, the response from our vendors was very slow. It was so slow that we decided to go ahead and cancel it. Hence the cancellation notice that you received for October. So, I believe that has to do mainly with there's several reasons why. And my speculation would be a lot of those vendors who also had to go through the pandemic, more or less closed their doors. They're no longer in business. So those small businesses are, no longer available. So when I reached out to the database of vendors that I had, uh, I got about 18 responses of vendors who were interested in coming. So we canceled that and we focused our efforts on this particular event, which is on March 4th, which is our normal time for having our festival. And here again, the response is slow, or was slow, I should say. But I think what I have to, and my team, the team and I, what we have to really put in mind is that we're starting all over again. This is like year one all over again post pandemic, and so we just have to, dust ourselves off as we move on. Because this year I formed a lot of partnerships, if you will, and so we hope to take those down the road with us in 2024 and 2025. As we move forward.
Yes, Colin, I own a vegan restaurant out here in Baltimore, so I could definitely tell you that
Oh,
restaurants were really, really hard hit.
right.
Atlanta Kush, we've been open 12 years. We're an award-winning restaurant, very small, mom and pop type shop, fast casual. And I could definitely tell you that restaurants were really hard hit. A lot of restaurants closed. We had personal friends that had to make that decision. So what you're saying is truth. It's hard to find. And then people are understaffed. A lot of times, they
Oh,
can't
yeah.
bend because they're understaffed. And the staffing isn't there. But I'm glad that this Saturday, I'm going to bring up the flyer again. This Saturday, it's happening in Tallahassee, the 7th annual North Florida Vegfest. And
Right.
yes, you're starting over. Like we had to start over too. You're starting over. It's new, it's fresh, it's different. And having said that, what is going to be different this year at the North Florida Veg Fest? What does the program look like now?
Right. The program, typically we have live music. This year we will not have any live music. We'll more or less just stream some music while they're at the festival, and also we have. I think that's about the only thing that we're not doing this year. Everything else that we normally do, we're doing. Which we're going to be having some chef demonstrations. We're going to be having some guest speakers, which of course include yourself, and so we're looking forward to that. We also have a children's area, which is typically, just a lot of fun, hands-on type activities going on, and so right now our focus remains the same, which is to educate, and the vendors, the chef demos, and the guest speakers will be doing all of that.
I'm looking forward to it. One, I've never been to Tallahassee. Now I've been
Oh, great.
to the Miami a few times, and I know their game is up with the vegan lifestyle. When I used to go out there, they weren't a lot of options. Now there's a lot of options, and I just went to Orlando last year at the height of the Omicron, so I was out there
Yeah,
when all that stuff was going on. So I'm
right.
happy to be coming out to Tallahassee because I really want to know what the vibe is out there. And so
Well,
I'm looking forward to it. What do you want me to talk about when I'm out there? Like what is the demographic? What would you like Black Veg to say, and how do you want us to represent? Because
yeah,
I don't know anything about
right.
Tallahassee.
Well, first of all, let me tell you, Tallahassee, Florida, or North Florida is very different than South Florida and Central Florida. Those two regions, North and Central Florida, South and Central Florida, have a larger to begin with, larger populations,
Mm-hmm.
and the culture is the vibe there is, no matter what area, what sector you're looking at, rock and roll, vegan lifestyle, jazz, whatever, you can find it big and happening in South and Central Florida. In North Florida, we might more be considered like the bedroom arm of the state of Florida. Things a little bit more laid back, a lot more greenery. We're almost. They say we're like South Georgia, but definitely when you step into Florida, you realize there's a difference because people are more friendly. You can always get a good morning or good afternoon or good evening or have a nice day. Those things come easily; they roll off our tongue. So I think when you do come, especially if you have an opportunity to. As a matter of fact, you know something, you're coming at a perfect weekend because this is considered the first weekend in the city, and it's typically a good time to be out and about in the evenings in Tallahassee. I'm not saying that you're going to find a whole lot of like stuff that you would normally see in South and Central Florida, but the vibe is very alive and happening, and you get the chance to see a lot of especially the mom and pop operations, because we have an area called Railroad Square,
Oh,
and they
wow.
have all kinds of local artists who are there, showing off their goods, and a lot of eclectic type of vendors also. So I think if you get an opportunity, definitely go out to Railroad Square. And I know you had asked me about some vegan options here around the Tallahassee
Yes.
area. Yeah,
Yes.
and I tell you what, we have some. It's the group is small, but they're very good. There's one that's been around for quite a while now. It's called The Bark. As a matter of fact, it's right there in the Railroad Square area, and not very far from them, about less than a mile or two, is the Soul Vegetarian restaurant that recently opened up. And
Nice. We're going
then we.
there. I know my
Uh,
husband wants to go there. Like, we're going there.
oh, is that okay? All right. And then, of course, there's Sweet Pea Cafe, which, as their name says, sweet. They have a lot of good sweet stuff over there. And also their sandwiches and food that they offer is also very good. And then the other vegan restaurant is Hemp Lade. They're also not very far from the Soul Vegetarian restaurant. Now, we have a lot of ethnic restaurants that carry some vegan options, like your Indian restaurants, your Thai
Yes.
restaurants, and
Yes.
things like that. Yeah, but yeah, I actually I think this is a great time to come out to Tallahassee because, like I said, if you get to the Railroad Square area, it'll be a nice happening spot for you. Especially, coming from your area, you want to see a lot of people and probably I don't
Yeah.
know. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, we're having a big party up here. We got the Maryland Vegan Restaurant Month. You guys got to catch up down there. You got to get the restaurants on board to have it start with a week, because a month may
okay,
be a little bit much down there. But we
right.
started with Baltimore Vegan Restaurant Week, and then it became Maryland Vegan Restaurant Week, and then that wasn't enough, so we had to extend it another week, and now it's like a month up here.
So is that
So
for the month of March?
yeah, we're starting
Okay.
tomorrow, and today we're having a launch party with our first ever hotel partner here in Baltimore, Lord Baltimore Hotel. So we're having a good time up here, and we're gonna
Yeah.
bring that energy down there to you, so you can get people on board to
Or yeah, as a
do
matter of fact, talking about things that you should talk about when you do come, I think that would be great. To share that kind of knowledge, because it's too bad that our vendors will be so busy with their booths, whereas they can't hear that kind of information that you have to share with respect to just coming together as a community. There's a few vendors in our group that reach out to me from time to time after our festival, to see if it's possible to do a pop-up. But I they've done it on their own. They come out and they do it. But sometimes I shy away from inviting a food vendor, that is, to the Tallahassee area, because I'm so afraid of what might happen in terms of a turnout. I don't want them to have not a good turnout and the
right,
experience not be good. But
right.
the kind of things that you're talking about, though, is something that I hope to start, in 24 and 25. Like, for instance, we have started a relationship with the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, which is the Florida department, that is, and our quote unquote Florida chef works out of that office, and so. I would hope that with that office's influence, we can get some local restaurants involved in something like you just described. Also
Yes.
yeah. So I'm hoping that, that type of influence will, bring out some more restaurants, if you will, and hopefully get some more vegan options onto their menus. But, talking about more options in vegan menus, that doesn't easily translate to, say, most more local vendors participating at a Veg Fest
Right.
because of
It
the
doesn't.
problems that you described. Because of the problems that you described, staffing is an issue. Uh, and on a Saturday, I'm beginning to realize I had two vendors that asked me. They said, "Colin, I want to come out to your festival, but I can only come on a Sunday. Can you change it to a Sunday?" And I tell you, it's a tough decision. It's a real
Yes.
tough decision
Yes, yes.
to
And
do
that's
this
why
on
Vegan
Saturday.
Soul Fest is 2 days now. And that's like a gamble we had to take because we got people that, inquired about that type of stuff. And see, with Baltimore being a tourist destination, a lot of times if the event is more than one day, you'll get more support from the direct marketing organizations of that state. I'm not sure if Florida has like a setup like that. But when they hear, oh, you're going to bring people, they're going to stay in the hotels, we
Yeah,
can give you some more support and some more marketing. But I think starting, like you said, with supporting vendors with the pop-ups and making sure people were out there, because that's the most important thing. When there's nobody there, the vendors, they cuss you out and everything.
yeah,
So you
yeah,
gotta you gotta
yeah.
organize it a certain way. Trust me, I know, been there, done
Right.
that. So I
Yeah.
know all the pain. So we
Right.
try to go as hard as we can. We can't guarantee anything.
Right.
But
Exactly.
when we started, there were no vegan restaurant weeks. And then
Oh,
once
okay.
we
No vegan
launched it,
restaurants a week. Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot now. A lot of people are
Right.
doing it. And then
So,
with these Veg Fest, we gotta help grow. We gotta, as a matter of fact, someone thank you for that, brother. I have a lot of questions and comments coming in, Colin. So I want to address this. Brother Deke from Philly wants to know, will we be reaching out specifically to the Black student unions at the local colleges to educate and engage them with the vegan eating lifestyle? What is the promotional plan? Are they being reached out to? Did we work with these colleges to make people aware to come out to this Veg Fest? Especially, if we're pushing inclusivity, diversity,
right.
and I'm going to be
Yeah.
there, and I'm all about making sure our folks, the BIPOC community, is educated on this.
Talking about, some of these our local institutions, a lot of our volunteers come from the local institutions. A lot of our attendees come from the local institutions. Uh, we looked at doing this festival specifically at a time when the kids are not on spring break, because we wanted them to have an option to someplace to go on a weekend, something to get into and do in the weekend. Uh, we have pushed, again, in the past, to get, just as many participation as possible, as much participation as possible from FAMU, from FSU, and from TCC. Uh, we have, I don't, I think all the information that we push out, I think they're members of those organizations that are part of our outreach, if you will, and Instagram, Facebook, meetup groups, and just all the social platforms. But I guess it's not too late. I can reach out again to all of their the school, the union groups that they have there, if you will, and see if they could push the word out for us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
And
typically we get a snarky response, oh, a festival? Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there. What, kind of food you'll be serving? Oh, it's going to be vegan food. Oh, no, I don't want to be there.
well, then we gotta upsell this as best as we can, because if the food is good, the people will come. And brother Deke, he's telling me I should talk about why and how more blacks need to start eating vegan. And we need to weaponize ourselves against the junk food and fast food industry. Brother Deke, once I see what the crowd is over there, I'm going to cater to talk to that, because I got to see who's there. I mean, I got a number of different talks and styles that I can do. So it really depends on the audience that's there. But definitely, if that's the makeup, I'm definitely going to be talking about that. Otherwise, I'm just going to be me. And anybody that knows me knows me. All you got to do is look at the interviews. I talk about a lot of different stuff.
Right.
But we're definitely going to be talking about the movement and the importance of going vegan, plant-based, and just meeting you where you are. Because I'm
Right.
executive director of the Black Veg Society. I got to do my little plug. Tune in to NaijhaSpeaks.com. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, support BlackVegSociety.org. We are meeting people where they are on their holistic health, vegan, and plant-based journey. And how are we doing this? I'm going to Tallahassee, North Florida Vegfest to talk to the folks out there. And we're going to keep spreading the message. Thank
Yeah.
you for that. Any other
Yeah.
questions we have here? Somebody wants something in Raleigh, North Carolina. They want a festival out there. Someone wants a festival in Chicago. There is a demand for people that want festivals in their area. So this is great that Tallahassee has come back and provided this service. So we're going to have a great time. Are there some tips you can share with other aspiring event organizers now, that you've gone through so much? It's your 7th annual. Check out the 7th annual North Florida Veg Fest at NorthFloridaVegFest.org. So you're a professional.
Yeah. Well, yeah, somewhat of a professional. I would say that if anyone is looking at trying to do this, is to definitely go to neighboring cities and states if they're close by, and meet with all of the vendors that are participating. First and foremost, definitely go there and collect a business card from those vendors, because that will be your the group that you'll be reaching out to when you try to do the festival in your hometown. So that would definitely be one of the first things that you'd want to do. Secondly, if there are groups, if there are higher education institutions in your city or where you're doing the festival, definitely reach out to that institutions or those institutions and see if they have some groups that could come out and possibly participate in the festival, at whatever level they can participate, be it as a volunteer or maybe sometimes some students, they have startups that they start out of their college dorm room, and they want a place to come and show off their goods. Of course, we look for vegan goods and foods and stuff like that, and so we've had a couple of students from Florida State University and even from FAM who has come out, and when you ask them, well, where are you located? They say, I'm in my dorm room, and that's where they start from. So that would be definitely some good places to start. Of course, getting your local chamber of commerce involved, and of course the city and the county departments. They normally would have some good resources also to help you get started. But of course, something that cannot be beaten is if you know some fellow organizers. Once you travel around and you see those cities and you meet up with those organizers, ask them if you can call them, and pick their brain about how to do it. And you'd be surprised the kind of support that you'll get.
Yes, there's a big organizer group on Facebook called Large Event Organizers. If you're not aware of that, or you're not part of that group, or anybody that's looking to organize Vegfest, it's a really big group on Facebook. It's called Large Vegfest Organizers Unite, and it's a great group. People go in there and they ask a bunch of questions, and it is so amazing. Colin, what would you be doing if you weren't doing this work? I can't wait to get out there and see you and see the new town and try some of the food. Yeah. We love to go out and eat. So I'm looking forward to this experience. What would you be doing if you weren't doing this?
It would probably be being of service in some capacity, as like this. That's what I've done all my life is being of service. To people and to organizations, and so it brings a high degree of satisfaction to me. So I would probably continue. I would probably be doing that someplace else in some other capacity. Lucky for
Awesome.
Vegfest to have me here now.
Yeah, they certainly are. Somebody has to do that hard work. Please, folks,
Exactly.
follow North Florida Vegfest at NF Vegfest on Instagram and go to northfloridavegfest.com. I put that in the comments. You want to check it out. Also, here's the flyer. It's the 7th annual. They've been doing this for a little while, so please, you got to come out and support. Let me share that website again because we got to make sure that people come out. Florida, show up, show out at the 7th annual North Florida Veg Fest, northfloridavegfest.org. And then before we leave out, I got to do my little plug here.
Okay.
Again, Maryland Vegan Restaurant Month. We got the launch party happening this evening, 5:30 to 8:30 at the Lord Baltimore Hotel. Please, there's not unlimited food, so you better get there on time or you're not going to get anything. We're going to have DJ TNT and we're going to have some sounds from Zadia, so I can't wait to see that. So you want to come check it out. There will be some raffles and things like that. So please, please, please. And don't forget, someone is asking about Vegan Soul Fest. Yes, Vegan Soul Fest is taking place at West Covington Park in August 19th to the 20th. Please get those tickets at vegansoulfesttickets.com. If you want to vend or you want to sponsor, go to vegansoulfest.com. There you have it. It's been a pleasure. Looking forward to seeing you again, Colin, in person.
Yes.
And
Same
please,
here.
stay well, stay blessed until we get there. All right. Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
Let me just say, it's Florida Veg Fest. It's North Florida Veg Fest or bust. You got to come out.
North Florida Veg Fest.
We're welcoming all of Florida and all the country to come to our festival. This is going to be a great time.
It surely is, man. And
the weather promises to be nice.
Yes, I saw that. I can't. Well, what is the temperature? Because I don't even know how to dress.
Definitely don't bring a jacket. Don't bring
okay.
Don't
bring a jacket.
No, the temperature is nice. I mean, it's up in the high 70s, early 80s. It's pretty warm. So leave your coat at home. You don't need it. But when you get a chance, I definitely would like to follow up our conversation offline to learn a little bit more about your what you're doing there with the restaurants. For you said Maryland Vegan
Restaurant Month now. Yeah, we outgrew the week. Now it's a month. And absolutely, Colin, that is what we do here. The Black Veg Society is here to build strategic partnerships with schools, institutions, nonprofits, agencies, all of that. That's what we do. We meet people where they are. It's just not, it's individual business to business, all that stuff. So we love to partner and support. And you guys need a vegan restaurant week. You need to start. So I don't care if it's 10 people, 10 restaurants. Let's get something going. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bring that energy to Tallahassee. And I'm sure, when Naijha speaks, hopefully they listen.
All right. I'm going to bring the energy. They better give the energy back. I'll see you later, Colin. Have a good one. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Yes, thank you, Tom. Tell them to come out to the Land of Kush. You're right about that. Where's that comment? Tom is always bigging up that. Drop what you're doing and get to the Land of Kush for Vegan Restaurant Month. As a matter of fact, come down today or go to the hotel. We'll be giving out samples. So please come down to the Land of Kush. Thanks again for tuning in, Tom. Thank you for everyone. Thank you. Stay well and stay blessed. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye now.